everybody, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Lizzie B, and this is Busy Bee Jewelry. And today I have this exciting thing to open up. It is the metallic alcohol ink, and I had somebody comment on one of my videos suggest trying to use this in the flower pendants that I made a couple videos ago. And they were the ones that turned out like this. So I not only want to give this another try and maybe try a little bit of a different technique for getting the sinker white in there, but I also really am excited to try out these metallic colors. I think I may also, since I've got everything out and ready and set up, I'm going to try to do some of the swirl technique with these as well. So I'm going to try to get all that done while baby boy is sleeping. Oh, and I also got some new gloves, which are awesome. They're much tighter, and so I think they're going to be easier to work with, and they're black, so I just feel like they look a little bit nicer on camera. And please excuse the lighting. The sun is coming in. But this is the only time I have to work because, again, baby boy is sleeping. So a lot of times I mix my resin up beforehand, but I did not get that done yet. So I'm just trying to decide, maybe I don't need the big cup. Well, you know what, I think it's just easier to mix it in the big cup, but I'm not obviously gonna mix a full cup of it. I'll just do maybe like 4 ounces because I do want to do a lot of these shapes here. The resin is pretty well mixed up there. Let some of the bubbles come out of that as I go ahead and open up this alcohol ink. I just ordered this set off of Amazon, so we'll see how this brand is. Okay, and I just ordered this one because it seemed like it came with a lot of colors and it was a reasonable price. So just pull one of them out to look at it. This one is copper. Kind of see that on the camera on the bottom. I think that's going to be really cool. I'm very excited to use these. It is kind of stuck to the bottom there. I'm guessing it just needs a really good shake. Let's see. Okay, yeah, now it's off the bottom and all shaken in there. Super cool, but yeah, there's just a lot of bright colors like the pinks and purples and all sorts of stuff. So maybe I should just pull some of these colors out that I know I want to try using. There is also like a pearl white, so I'm not sure how that would look with also using the sinker white. I don't know, we might try it. It's a gold. Ooh, turquoise. That could be really cool. And these are going to be really neat just for other stuff, you know, coloring the resin. I probably should have gotten these already beforehand, but that's okay. Hello. Since I'm doing the flowers, I mean, I really just want to do mostly like the bright colors. Just a metallic green. Okay, let's start with that. I'm guessing maybe the tips are gonna need to be cut off of some of these, or I mean all of them, because they've never been used, so I will cut them as we go. I did want to do some in these flat trays and then a few flower looking ones in this tray because I have not tried that before. Oh my gosh, this is so funny. I filled these in and forgot to put ink. I just saw them. They're totally cured. Let me just pop this out of here. I mean, I guess I can use a clear thing for something. Oh, you know what? It'd be cool to like fill in some stuff on the back. I might do that later. All right. I just want all these slots available. That is so funny. I totally did not realize that I had resin still in there. Okay. That was from what you probably saw in the last video. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and pour the resin in the ones that I'm gonna try. Okay, I thought I left resin in those two, my goodness. I do know I wanna do these two. Alright, that's all I'm gonna pour. So I'm gonna try to, I need to save, well, you know what, I bet I could do one of these bigger ones. Doesn't take much of the resin mixed with the white. I can just do both. Okay, doesn't take much resin for those. So that we will put the white in to make the swirls. Alright, so off camera I did take a few minutes to try to work some of the bubbles out of these. Of course there are still a few, but it seems like when you put the alcohol ink in there, that kind of dissolves a lot of the bubbles. So hopefully that will happen with these metallic ones as well. So I guess I'll start with this tray in front of me and just dripping the alcohol ink in first on these. So a few of them, I think the smaller ones, I'm just gonna do the swirl technique on those. And yeah, I do have to cut open all of these, so hopefully this doesn't take too long. Oh my gosh, how can you see that on the camera? What? It is so pretty. Stop. Oh, this is gonna be gorgeous. I want these to match just in case I can do earrings out of these. Blue and what should I do? Yellow, blue and yellow. Oh my goodness, I'm getting so excited. Okay, wait a second. There's alcohol ink everywhere. Okay, this did not get mixed up. Okay. Yellow. What? These colors are so gorgeous. I can't. I'm just going down my line here, grabbing the colors as I go. I'm trying to shake them up really well before I snip them. This is blue. This is like a dark blue. blue with, this one is called Moss. It's like a light green. Okay, I absolutely cannot with these colors. They are so beautiful. Wow, wow, wow. I cannot wait to see how these turn out. Okay, let's try this one is purple. I'm gonna skip these because these are the ones I'm gonna do flowers. I'm gonna come over here and do this whole side with the swirl technique so I can just keep track of what I'm doing, and again just trying to make them match. Purple. Let's do 3. 1, 2, 3. Wow, those are so pretty. I'm gonna try to bring you in just a little closer so you can see these colors. Holy moly. Let's do like purple and gold. That could be really pretty. Oh yeah, that's gonna be so neat. Don't think I opened this pink yet. Do a couple of these with pink, and this is a bright pink. I love that. Oh my gosh, I just spattered it on my arm. I don't know if you can see that. I am now pink. All right. Let's do these. Wow. That pink is gorgeous. I'm gonna go back to the blue for pink and blue. How that goes. That's interesting what totally happened there with that blue, like totally covering it. I don't know. This one is metallic red. Let's see, it'd be nice for the flower ones that these are already open and pretty well like shaken up. I'm sure it would be good for me to, I'll obviously shake them more. This shouldn't take much in these because they're little. Let's just do 1 drop of red in each. Red and maybe yellow? I don't know. Oh God, it's like coming out. Maybe I just didn't have the lid on very well. I don't know. I'm gonna do 2 drops of yellow. Okay. Well, I'm thoroughly making a mess with this. All right, so now I still have to go back in on these and do the sinker white. Again, I have it in this little bottle, which came with the Let's Resin Sinker White. Super nice for dripping it in. These should have had enough time to sink, so let's just 1, 2, 1 more maybe. This is interesting. 2, 3. 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, this is gonna be interesting to see what happens. That one's definitely still spreading a lot. These should be good. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Whoop, accidentally did 4 on that one. That's okay. 1, 2, 1, 2. Try to give those a second to continue spreading. Uh-oh. I spattered a little bit of the metallic into my clear resin over here. Okay, I was kind of able to get it out with my popsicle. What a mess I'm making. All right, I'm just going to whiten this with the Sinker white. Takes quite a bit, just squirting a whole lot in there. Stirring it up. Still might need more white. Let's see. Yeah, definitely gonna need more white. You want it to be very white. Cloudy white for sure. Probably closer. Let's even do like one more squirt in there and do our 2 drops in that one because it looks like it's done spreading. Now those can sit and sink while I go and do the flower ones, and then I'll come back and swirl those. Now, one technique I saw for the flowers was to use a baggie for the white. And then hopefully, so I'm gonna just pour this in here. Get all of it in there. Hopefully with this I'll be able to get a better swirly pattern. And it's really just like piping icing. So I'll cut the very tip of that off when I'm ready to use that. So I'm just gonna set that off to the side for a second before I cut it. And go ahead and drip some colors for these flowers. I'm gonna start with these ones that I haven't opened yet, so we get them all open. This is Cardinal is the name of this color, so it's kind of a reddish, but like a darker reddish color. That could be really pretty. So let's try this. Ooh, I really like that color. I'll use that again. I kind of want to try the white and just see what happens. It might end up being like too much white, but I don't know. Okay. And the turquoise is the last one that I pulled out that's not cut open yet. Turquoise. Maybe yellow. I think the key to these is to hold the top down while you're shaking it. Otherwise they kind of go everywhere. Let's try, this is violet. Oh, this one is not open yet. Okay. Give it an even better shake then. Very pretty. Maybe a little pink in there with the violet. I mean, the way these spread, I just feel like they're gonna look so cool. I already did the turquoise. I already did that one. Let's do red. I'm gonna do like a red and blue combo in this one, I think. This is like a lighter blue. Oh wait, my bad. Well, that one's gonna have 3 different colors. Okay. Alright, that's all the ones that I filled in that tray. So just gonna get the colors in these. I'm gonna go back and swirl and just scooch these a little. Back and swirl these. Now again, I've done this in my other videos, but you don't want to stick the toothpick or whatever you're using to swirl them all the way down. You want it to be just barely in and enough to swirl those colors. I would definitely need to make sure I do these all the same. Okay. Inside out. Okay, interesting how those metallic ones are slightly dry already on the surface. I wonder how that's going to translate to the finished product. Wiping it off between each one, because I don't want to, obviously if they're different colors, you definitely want to wipe it off, but even like between these two that are the same color, see how it's like, look, it already dried. That's crazy. Well, I maybe shouldn't have waited quite so long to do my swirls. I'm gonna try to get through these so I can get to the flowers before they dry. Those are swirled. Now, I'm going to cut the tip off and to twist this so none of it comes there. Just want the very tippy tip so it's real small. All right, and now I'm going to try to make the swirl with the white. Let's see how this goes. Oh gosh, it's already globbing. Oh no. All right, swirl. Swirl. To work on my swirly technique. All right, so now that that white is in there, I'm just gonna take my toothpick and I'm gonna go in and pull inward and also outward on these pendants and then see, you know, how that looks. So kind of want to go in, oh God, in, oh no, it's like so dry. I don't know if these are gonna turn out good at all. Okay, this one's better. Oh, this one is the one I did like the little dots in. I want to try doing like one of these. Something a little different. Still do a little swirly in the middle. That could look really cool. These could be really cool, they could be really bad, but we will see later when I come back. All right, hi everybody, it's the next day and these are totally cured. The backs look so cool, so I'm really excited to see how these turned out, but I do still need to back them first. But I do think that some of them, especially 2 or 3 in this set over here, I am gonna back with the UV resin because I want the clear, so I was like I might as well just do the UV resin and then I can take them out now, and then the rest of them, like in this whole mold, I'm gonna back with black because I think that's gonna look really cool on most of these with the black backing. So let me go ahead and start with the UV resin. I haven't even mixed my epoxy yet, so I'm gonna set this mold off to the side and give these a closer look to really decide. Like, I think this big one I want to do clear. That's weird, it kind of cured. It must have been sitting slightly on an angle. It cured a little wonky. So this one definitely clear, maybe this one, and maybe like these two in clear, and we'll just go from there and see how that goes. So I've got my UV resin from Let's Resin. Let me get my little lamp ready. I got the little UV light ready to go here. So I'll just go ahead and start with this big one. Like, I definitely want to do the black on these with that purple and gold. And even like these, I really think the black is gonna look better. So I will just have to be patient and wait. But I think this one could look really cool with the clear. And maybe I'm thinking even seeing it with the clear will give me a better idea, you know, of what I want to do with the rest of them. There's that. Try to get my bubbles out. All right, let's put it under the light. All right, let's see. Is cured. Drum roll, please. I'm so excited to see this. Oh, I think I'm gonna really like the clear. Ooh, okay, it's very pretty. It didn't really quite go into a flower shape. I mean, sort of. It's very pretty. Super cool. You can see on my glove what it would have looked like with the black backing, and black definitely makes some of this stuff really pop, but I kind of like that. Then it just looks like it's floating. This resin is very good. I like the Let's Resin brand. It is very clear, so cool. No, I like that. Let's see. Let me do this one in clear because those are really dark colors. This one's got the light colors. I think the black is really gonna make that pop. So I'm gonna do this one in clear, and then I might do one set of like the earring looking ones from this other mold. So let's do this one. Make sure that's all pushed out to the edge. I just know from my experience with the other pendants that I really like the black backing on most of them. I have preferred that. So I know I'm anxious to see these, but I don't want to get, you know, too excited and then have them not be as cool as I would like. So all right, let's let that one cure real quick. All right, that is done. Ooh, that one is interesting. Very pretty colors. I just gotta practice my technique on actually making the flower shape. Ooh. I mean, otherwise, these are really cool colors and patterns. I definitely like it. I think some of these other ones that I did the more traditional swoop in and out will, you know, be more flower-like, but this one definitely looks a bit like a flower. Okay, but I think these are the only two I'm gonna do out of this set. The rest I will back with the black. So let me get those kind of out of the way for now. I am going to do maybe these two and these two with the clear resin because they're already kind of those dark colors, so, and they're pretty much filled in. You won't see much of the background color, if any, through it. So I think the clear is fine. So I'm gonna start with these two little blue ones over here. I love the contrast of these bright red and these bright blue colors, but these I definitely want to do the black on. I just think it's gonna be a cool look. The blue ones I think might look really cool with the clear. These are not the flowers, these are just the swirl ones that I did. Spread that resin out, make sure it's all the way to the edge. And UV light. All right, let's see. All right, this should be cured. I believe. Yeah, they're good. All right, let's see. I'm super excited to see these. I think the swirl technique with the metallic resin is really gonna be the thing. Ooh. Oh, they're so pretty. It's very like sunk in the middle and then around the edges. Not sure how well you can see that on the camera in this lighting. Let me try to... Wow, really cool. I'm excited to see some of these that maybe look like they have a little bit more color difference. I mean, these are totally blue, but that's such a neat look. All right, let's see about this other one, if it matches really well. It should. Oh yeah. Focus camera, there we go. Super cool, very different. I really like that. I think these are going to be super fun earrings. I'm going to put little bails on them, and then I can connect them to like a dangly earring because they're too big, I think, to make studs, but I think as a dangling pendant on earrings, they could look really pretty. How cool. Okay. Well, that, yeah, I definitely like the clear on the back of those because then you get to see that back, which is, the back is actually really pretty too. So I like that, especially for earrings that you're gonna, have dangling and you're gonna actually see the back of them. So I will definitely back these with clear here. Where did my UV resin go? Here it is. And these are slightly bigger, so I mean, we'll see. Obviously they're gonna need a bail either way, whether they're gonna be a necklace or earrings, so I can try them out as earrings and see if I feel like they're too big. But I mean, some people like, a bigger earring piece. I sometimes like to wear, big jewelry that kind of makes a statement or whatever. Okay, it's all the way to the edge. With the UV, and we'll be back when those are done. All right, let's go ahead and take these out. I did go ahead and start mixing the epoxy while that was curing, so now my gloves are a mess. Okay. Ooh. Ooh, yeah, that's really pretty. The blue just totally took over in these, but really neat. You can see a tiny bit of green in this one, and there's at least like a couple different shades of blue, which is cool. So definitely different from these. This one's got maybe a little bit more of the like purple in it. So I definitely like that. Again, just coming down on the sides, which is really a neat look. Let's see this other one. Oh yeah, I like this one even better actually. Just looks like little waves in there. But they match enough that if I wanted to make them earrings, they will look really pretty together, or they can be, you know, two different necklaces. Super pretty. I'm very excited to see the rest of these, but I want to try backing them with the black for sure. I've got to do it. So I'm just mixing up my resin here the rest of the way. Hopefully I did enough. I guess if I didn't, then some more of these will get the clear backing. Alright, and I'm just going to use the black pigment from Let's Resin again. I thought about doing like the mica powder to make it a shiny black background, but I don't know. I'm going to just do this. Let me know in the comments down below if you would have used the mica powder instead, and then maybe on the next round I'll try that, because the mica powder gives it that little metallic, you know, look. But I just like the black, very black background. I like the look of that. So we will see. I will definitely be making more of these, so I can kind of experiment with different backgrounds. All right, here we go. Well, that black filled in everything with a tiny little bit left over, so I am going to put some of these sparkles that I have in these and just pour a couple earrings. I'm just waiting for some of the bubbles to rise up on these. Perfect. All right, so there's some earrings that can go with some of these pendants once they're done. And we will now wait for these to, oh my gosh, there's a dog hair in there. I will now wait for these to cure, and I'll come back tomorrow and hopefully be able to take them out. All right, see you guys there. All right, it's the next day and these are totally cured. So the backing on these turned out great. I didn't have any spill over like the last time. And I did, you know, all these earrings as well. So those are all cured. I'm probably gonna go ahead and just pop those out real quick first so that I can see like which ones might look good with, you know, which set. I also have some other like random little earring pieces laying around that I've made, like these. If you've been watching my shorts, you've probably seen a lot of these, or there's some like silver ones that I've done that I think will pair up nicely with some of these depending on the colors. But this, you know, I just wanted to use the leftover resin. So I'll just show you a couple of these so you can see just how the sparkles turned out, but after that then I'll just go ahead and pop them out quickly. So yeah, they look really cool. Alright, so those are all out. I hadn't done any so far in this size. They're super tiny. I really like them. They're going to make some really fun little studs. So that is very cool. Alright. I think I'm going to start with these back here and then do the ones out of that tray. So, alright, I'll start with these circle ones. I think these were matching, so let me go ahead and do this one. Ooh, oh, I love the black background. Okay, black is definitely the way to go. It just pops so much more than with the clear. Ooh, it really looks, that one looks more, oh gosh, dropping it. Really looks more flower-like. Okay, and then these two should be a matching set. Ooh, that's interesting. The gold really sank down further than the purple. Really pretty though, I like that. Let's see how well this other one matches. Oh yeah, perfect. Those are gonna look great together. Oh, there we go. Trying to get it in the frame. Really like those. So glad I did the black background on that. Okay. So excited about this. Okay, again, these should be matching, so I'll go ahead and do this one first. Okay, yeah, this is this is the one that I thought was gonna be a little blobby. I mean, really pretty colors. The concept was there, but the flower did not really happen. So that one's, I mean, it's still really cool. It's very pretty. This one will definitely be like a keychain kind of thing. All right, these two I'm excited for. I think I really got the flower well in these, hopefully. Ooh! Ah, they're like perfect. Oh, I'm so excited. These look beautiful. Wow. Let's see, how well are they gonna match? They looked very similar on the back, so yep. Beautiful. Oh, I love the metallic colors in there. That is gorgeous. So pretty. Okay, I'm definitely excited to make some more of these, and I might have to save one of these for myself to wear. The rest will go for sale. I'll probably put like maybe a few of these on the website, and then I'll save the rest for you know, the craft fair stuff. And I'll have, you know, the stuff from my website at the craft fair, and I can always take down whatever sells. But you know, it just takes a while to take pictures of everything and get it up on the website, so that's why I won't be putting all of this on the website. All right, let's start with these bigger ones. Now I don't remember quite what colors and stuff that I did. I think these were like the flower shaped ones. Ooh. Wow, that's pretty. Very pretty greens. really like these in the domed mold. That's so fun. It gives it a little bit of a different look than in the flat ones. Right, and then this one I think was also a flower shape, but just different colors. Oh my gosh, I love this one. Ooh, it's so pretty. Get that pink. It really sunk down right there, which kind of gives it a neat look. Wow, I really like that one. The swirl in the middle. So cool. Do these and then I'll move on to these because I think in all of these I did matching, but I can't remember in these if I matched. I don't think I did. Okay, I think this one was supposed to be the flower shape, but it didn't really get as much of the flower. Like, it's hard to see the white in there, but still really pretty. The blues and purples. It's got that swirl in the middle. I like that one. I don't like this one so much. This one's different. I remember seeing the back of this one and thinking it was going to be a little blobby. But it kind of got that like brown color in there. That one is not my favorite. It looks really cool, like the Petri effect that happened inside of there is kind of a neat, I mean, I could see where this could be a really neat piece for just the look of that. Need to kind of buff these up a little. I think this mold for some reason is not the clearest. But yeah, it's cool. Like the real sparkly pink down in there. Definitely different. Okay. These should all be the ones that I'm thinking will make good earrings. So let me start over here. Ooh, yeah, and these are the ones that I just did the swirl in. I was not going for the flower effect, so that's exactly what I wanted. I love these colors with the green and blue and yellow. That is so pretty. So, so cool. All right, let's see how well this one matches. Oh yeah, that's close enough. There's not as much yellow in this one, but they're very similar. Way more yellow here than here, but I can see where those would be a matching pair. Super cute. I like how that green metallic came all the way to the bottom. It's really shiny in there. Definitely more like blue in this, more yellow in this one. But I like that. It's very unique. Okay, I'm gonna do the square ones next. I feel like these are probably gonna be my favorites, maybe, so we'll see. Ooh, the purple and gold is really pretty. Very cool. I really like these. And I like this shape. So you could either hang them this way. I think I'll probably put the bail on like a corner and have them hang like that. Or you could do them, you know, bail right here and then have them hang like a square. But I think hanging this way with the bail at the corner is gonna be the way to do it. Ooh, yeah, this one has even more of the gold that came down. Really pretty, definitely a nice little matching set there. So I You can just pick like which corner, be like that, and then they both have the white down in that bottom corner. That would be really pretty. Love those. Okay, last ones. Ooh, yeah, that's definitely cool. They just look like little fireballs to me. So cool. Ooh, pretty, pretty. I love these. So neat. Slight, you know, just the slight difference in the two, but very similar to make a little set. These could go either way. I could put a stud backing on them, you know, and kind of put it towards the top so they, you know, kind of hang down like I've done on ones like this, you know, where the stud is at the top and then the earring, or I could put a very small little bail on them and have them be dangly. So very cool. I think these need a little sanding on the edges, but otherwise the backing was really good on those. And then, you know, some of these, I'll start laying them out. Some of them that are gonna be necklaces, like these, could definitely have some of these earrings with them, or some of the others that I've made. This one for sure will look good with this color. You know, I'm just kind of randomly picking some out here, but that'll look really nice together. I think those are different. There we go. That's the ones that match. But yeah, and then these I think are going to be small enough to be earrings. Definitely earrings, earrings. I'm liking this one a little bit more as I'm seeing it again. It's just cool, it's different. These will definitely make good earrings. This one is really pretty. That's the best, like, just flower looking one that I've gotten so far, I think. So I need to try to recreate that. This one will probably make a keychain. And then we've got the blue ones from yesterday that I took out that have that clear back. There we go. That's everything that I made with this set. Definitely happy with how most of these came out. Excited to go ahead and get them geared up and ready to be some jewelry. I'm gonna pick out maybe one set to keep for myself. I'll have to decide which ones, you know, I like, or maybe I'll just make one more set and try to recreate something that I've done here and keep it for myself. We will see, but I've got a lot, and I've got just a ton of jewelry laying around that I've made and just haven't, you know, gotten chains and everything on, so it just needs to all, I need to sit down one day and do all that. Maybe that'll be the next video, is actually getting stuff put together and up on the website or ready to go to the craft fair. So anyways, I think that is all for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Give it a try yourself. There's This brand of the metallic ink is what I got off of Amazon. It's it says it's GRDZ Plus. It worked really well. It was a good price. I know Let's Resin has their own line of the metallic alcohol inks, and there's, you know, I'm sure a dozen more out there. So give this a try. It's really cool. It's something kind of different to, you know, try out in your jewelry or coasters. This would look really cool in like a big coaster thing. And yeah, let me know in the comments down below how it goes for you. I love how mine turned out. Give this video a like and subscribe if you enjoyed this content and want to see more like it. I will see you in the next one. Bye!